Intro music. Wow, technical difficulties all the way around. Hello and welcome to another episode of The Raw Deal. I am Boxer and I'm joined by my constantly awesome guest host, Dictator. Dictator, how was your week? Actually, I think it's been 2 weeks since we last recorded. I'm not remembering, but whatever. We're here. We're here now. We're loud and we're proud. On the docket today, I believe we have some video game news. New games coming out, new games being announced. I believe we have some Call of Duty news. Dictator, what's up?
Oh, well, they have the trailer for Call of Duty, was it Infinite Warfare?
Yeah.
And it looks like I was kind of, it looked like a movie trailer, like you didn't really see any gameplay, but the thing that really got me was like, okay, if I'm going to the setting, it's going to be this futuristic setting now, and it looks like they're trying to throw in a lot of stuff that other shooters had, like the wall jumping stuff they had in what was that game? Titanfall? Yeah, Titanfall.
Well, they had the wall. They added that wall jumping stuff. I believe in the last Call of Duty. Oh no! They added mechs. They added mechs in the last Call of Duty.
Yeah, so they seem to be kind of I don't want to say picking and choosing, but sort of just feature shopping, I guess, looking at other franchises and taking, in my opinion, gimmicky features, but whatever. What really made me laugh though when I looked up the story, and it's almost literally a rip-off of the plot to the original Gundam.
I'm not familiar with the original Gundam. I only joined in Gundam Wing.
Alright, so in kind of the Cliff Notes version, Earth's resources get depleted, all the nations in the world come under one federation, they start building colonies in space and start immigrating / deporting people to the colonies, which takes us to the original series where one of the colonies declares independence, and big huge war, and war ends by treaty, etc., etc. So anyway, basically, the plot to the new Call of Duty is Earth's resources get depleted, governments all go under one umbrella, they start establishing colonies.
Wait.
A group of
colonies? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if they're like the artificial orbiting space colonies, or if it's like Killzone style where they're finding other planets. So anyway, you got a group of colonies that form their own military and decide to break away and start a war of independence against the Central Earth government. So I'm sitting here reading this, just thinking, wait. So they went around listing features from other games, and then they went around listing the plot from, arguably, from Gundam. And I don't know, the whole thing just kind of, it stinks of, I don't know if I'd say trying too hard, or just, it just stinks of we have no more ideas.
Yeah, no, I mean, you can only do war in so many different ways, Another country, internally, rebellion, space aliens, and now it's space humans, right?
Apparently so, yeah.
Well, I mean, you can go that route, or you can double down on some more history stuff, like Battlefield, right?
Oh yeah, with their battle, they get behind Battlefield. They're going in a completely opposite direction. I'm actually pretty excited for Battlefield 1, as they're calling it. Since this time it takes place in World War One, which hardly anyone has ever done, let alone anyone done it for console. It's something new. It's a breath of fresh air. No one's really taken us to that time period. And there's going to be a single player campaign, which I'm really looking forward to. And before people complain like how the weapons are going to be old and stuff, a lot of the stuff that we saw in World War II was carried over from World War One. So the Tommy gun, the BAR, the Lee Enfield will they'll still be around in this game. It won't be like freaking muzzle loaders or anything like that.
Yeah, but we wouldn't have the BA. Wait, the BAR was World War One.
Yep, the BAR was originally developed during World War One. It went into really very limited service for the most stupid reason. Basically, it went into limited service because the U.S. was afraid the Germans would steal one and copy it.
Well, playing any of the other Call of Duties, trying to lift that thing and run with it is kind of pretty hard.
Yeah, the point being is, you're going to see a lot of familiar weapons in there if you play, the World War II games.
Well, just to close out, and truthfully, I know it's really quick in the show, but to close off Call of Duty, I've already written that franchise off as non-innovative, unimaginative. It's the Apple iPhone product of the first-person shooter industry. You know what I mean?
No, that's a good way to put it.
I
was somewhat related to this, but I was watching the most recent Angry Video Game Nerd episode, and that's been going on for 10 years. And at the end, he's in the show. He ends up going back in time and talking to himself from the first episode. And so he asked himself, what he would do if he had his own franchise. And his old self tells them, or the younger version tells them that you can't keep doing the same thing forever. So it's good to put it on hiatus, but keep bringing it back once in a while. And that's what Call of Duty needs.
Oh yeah, no,
it's Madden with guns. That's all it is now.
Yep, it's Madden with guns. Like Assassin's Creed is the third-person version of Madden with guns.
Right.
Call of Duty, first-person Madden with guns. I have no. There hasn't been a draw to Call of Duty for me in a long time, and even the zombie mode stuff, there wasn't anything. They're not innovating at all. It's just a new, fresh skin in the zombies, truthfully.
Yeah, and even then, zombies is pretty much the only reason I even really give a crap about Call of Duty. Whenever the guy at GameStop or whenever asked if I'm interested in Call of Duty, the first question I asked is it zombies? No, not this one. I don't care then.
Yeah. No, and I think he's right. Or you're right. But now the Battlefield, there really isn't that much when it comes to World War One,
Right.
And
from what I've seen, apparently there's going to be Zeppelin is going to have some kind of role in it. I think it's going to be taking place during the later years of the war when it started kind of moving out the trenches a little bit. But either way, I'm pretty up for it.
Well,
there is one thing though that I really, really hope they put. I want to see a scene that goes something like you're chasing a German messenger through some trenches or something, and you run out of ammo. The guy gets away, and then the next scene, your commander or someone comes up and he makes a comment along the lines of, that guy's going to give us a really hard time later on, or something like that. So then it jumps to the German messenger getting to his destination, handing over the info, and have the camera pan around and show you the guy's face, and the messenger was Hitler. I want to see a scene like that.
You literally want to see, basically, you had the chance to turn make World War II completely different.
And you blew it. Yeah. And at the same time, having a Hitler carrying up with the game.
See, it would be funny is if they make that a running joke. I would be entertained if it was a running joke. Like he just appears in like different spots.
Oh, so you mean like not necessarily just a plot element, but they just shows up?
Yeah, it's just the Hitler messenger. Just you notice him, or it's just a thing.
Well, what would be really funny if they had that, and you could never kill him.
Or maybe you injure him in the leg. Didn't he have a leg injury?
I don't remember. I do know he got gassed. That's another thing I want to see in the game. I want to see a segment where you get gassed.
Oh, like straight on mustard gas?
Yeah, like the screen gets all hazy. You're just kind of staggering around.
Well, I mean, we did play, like in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the first one, you did play a character that eventually died after the nuclear explosion.
That's true. Oh, and you actually, in Black Ops 1, there's that one level at the end, if you take too much damage, you die of getting gassed and your suit gets compromised.
That's pretty good. I want to see the Battle of Verdun.
I think they're going to be showing that, because, I mean, that's like, for like the non-history buff, the Battle of Verdun is pretty much like the World War I version of like the Battle of the Bulge.
Okay, I don't think anyone.
It was a big fight. It was a big deal.
Well, there's a game that people still play called Verdun. It's more of a World War I simulator, and I gotta give them mad props. I almost bought the game just to support the crew that makes it, because at Christmas time they released a patch that unlocked a new map that's like the Christmas map, where you didn't shoot anybody. You can send.
Oh, the actual like the truth.
Yeah, you can send messages, and you had like snowball fights, and you can start singing carols. Like it's they did a non-violent map for multiplayer just for fun. And I thought that was really impressive.
Going back to this game, I wouldn't mind too much if they didn't stick like exactly to historical events.
Oh, a little more like a Black Ops type thing.
You know, it wouldn't bother me if if some things happened like basically it didn't quite happen that way sort of thing.
Oh, what, they roll in some things that you see from Wolfenstein 3D?
I wouldn't go that far, but something to that extent. I did see like in the trailer video they did show the original tanks and a couple sequences in aircraft. So I don't know if they're actually gonna be flying the plane. Like I don't know what bearing it's gonna have on single player, but I wouldn't mind being able to fly around a little bit.
Well, and going by your yes, they can definitely start adding in some things that aren't truly historically accurate, like maybe in a DLC or something where you can unlock, and it's just a little bit more of a storyline that brings it into other battlefields, maybe.
Right.
I keep like if this were a Call of Duty one, I would love like an alternate play style where time travel from the original 4 guys from Zombie, and they appeared.
Dude, that actually does happen in Zombie play. I guess I was reading up on their backgrounds on the wiki entries.
Yeah.
Dude, it gets weird. There's literally one like plot arc where all 4 of the guys end up going back to World War I. Like they go back to World War I to find the German guy, like his younger self, before he went crazy.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, that's funny. But yeah, no, I mean, I am looking forward to Battlefield. My time has been limited lately because I've been really trying to focus on my esports stuff and learning more about Street Fighter. So,
Right.
but I look forward to seeing how the game goes. And
And the other thing with that is, when people think World War One, they think just trench warfare, but there's a lot they can do. I mean, they can have one campaign that's you're in the trenches, and they can have another one where you're the staff who gets stuck having to work under P.E. Lawrence, aka Lawrence of Arabia.
yeah, I didn't realize he was a real person until like 2 years ago.
Yeah, a real guy. I mean, there was the fighting in Europe, the Western and Eastern Front.
Well, they had
Lawrence of Arabia.
I mean, you're not just in tanks, right? You had actual real cavalry, meaning on horse, still in 1914. Right. So that'd be cool.
And there was even some fighting in East Asia.
Yep. I mean, it wasn't just Europe. Yeah, I know.
Now, imagine playing as the Japanese in the World War game, and you're the good guys.
Yeah.
Japan did side with the Allies in the first one.
They didn't get enough. They didn't get enough out of it. But anyways, I look forward to that game. Speaking of horse riding, one of the best horse riding sequences I have ever played with was Uncharted 3. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
So I hope that they have a horse riding sequence in the next one, but I'm not sure they will. I know maybe they still use horses in Morocco.
I haven't gotten far enough to find that out, but from as far as I've gone with Uncharted 4, it's the main comment I have with it would be it's what I would consider a perfect franchise.
Oh.
And by that I mean each game is an incremental improvement upon the one before. Like they're not doing crazy reboots. They're not just copy pasting the previous game. They're adding more and more gradually.
And they're not releasing every year.
Yeah, and they're not. They're not constantly putting the same thing out, and it's. Imagine that you get the same. Imagine you go to a restaurant on a semi-regular basis. You get the same dish, but every time you go there, the chef is constantly refining the dish. He adds more spices here. He lets it cook longer here. He lets it sit on the oven level. Like he does something a little bit different that gradually improves it. That's what it was with it feels with 4. Like for example, there's places where you can slide down. Like when Nate loses his footing, he slides down gravel. They added a grappling hook mechanic now, and it also looks like they took some things from Metal Gear Solid 5 now.
What do you mean?
There's more of a stealth element now. Like there's a sequence where you're sneaking around it's not too unlike the sequence in Uncharted 2 where you're sneaking around a museum.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like that. The architectural style is very much like that. But they added a new thing in there where there's areas with really tall grass, and you actually hide in the grass now. And while the guys haven't spotted you yet, you can actually look at them and tag them like you could in Metal Gear.
Oh, tagging. Interesting.
Yeah, so they added that. There's the stealth mechanic. You can actually hide from guys now. Like if you get spotted in some of these sequences, you can actually kind of run away and hide in the dark somewhere, and they'll eventually lose you. As far as weapons go, I haven't seen too many things, but one of the biggest improvements I did find is the shotgun is a lot more useful now.
Wait, it wasn't useful before?
It was useful before, but only when the guy was like 3 feet away from you. Like in the previous games, it had almost had like almost no range. In 3, it had more. They had more range, so it was a little bit more useful. You know, the shotgun system was great, but now you can actually hit guys. No, I'm not gonna say at the other end of the room, but you cannot hit guys a fair distance away with a good amount of punch.
I was gonna say, man, if you said that it was you can snipe with a shotgun, I'd mention our friend.
No. This isn't. Hey, I can headshot with a shotgun. No. No, it isn't to that degree, but yeah, it does. They did give it more range, and that really makes it useful in some of the gunfights I've been in. Like in previous games, unless it's really close combat knife fight, I'd always ditch the shotgun for an assault rifle. Here, the shotgun was actually useful. Like it still had that same amount of punch at medium distance. And the other thing that was nice about it is it fires faster.
Interesting.
Like Nate doesn't take days to rack the pump. Like a recoil doesn't throw him back, and he doesn't take days to rack the pump anymore.
I think he's gotten used to it by now.
Right. So yeah, he actually works the action faster, and there's a little bit less recoil.
Did you see the video I sent you with Drake playing Uncharted 4?
I didn't watch the whole thing, but yeah, the PS1, of all the cameos I've ever seen in a video game so far, that is like far my favorite one. Like in the game, the camera literally pans to Elena's TV setup, and you see the original PS1 there, and she turns it on, and you see like the TV light up. It goes to the original PS1 boost screen with all the noise, the sounds, and everything. And she has the first Crash Bandicoot in the system.
Oh, this
and
is.
you literally play that first level.
Wait. This is in the game?
This is in the game.
Oh, how meta. Well, at least it tells.
You literally play the first level of the game within the game.
At least it gives you time frame. You know what I mean?
You know, I don't know if it's meant to be that, or if Elena's just a retro gamer.
Ah.
Because they don't really give you, they never really give a time frame when the game takes place. So the thing is, there's a scene where Sully's driving off in a car. The car looks like some more contemporary car than a 90s car.
That's true.
So I don't know, maybe Elena's just in a retro game.
I always pictured Sully driving like a Woody.
Well, this was more like I don't know if he hijacked his car or what.
So right now you've met Sully, Elena, and have you met what's her name also? Is she even in this game?
I don't know. So far, the only people I've met was Sam, Elena, Sully, the black chick, the crazy Mexican drug lord, and the rich asshole.
No Chloe?
No.
Wait, who's Sam?
Nate does mention Charlie Cutter, so I don't know if Cutter and Chloe make an appearance later on.
I miss Cutter.
I kind of hope they do because I like Charlie.
It was so great to just give him like a character that has claustrophobia.
Oh, no, it's in a game like Uncharted where you're crawling through cracks of walls.
That was pretty good. That was
and you have to tell him, so this will be over soon, this will be over soon.
Right, yeah, and that's the thing interesting because that was one of the concerns we had about this game was the writing because the one girl left befar the game.
Right. So far, like the character I've interacted the most so far with Sam, and so far, I'm liking how the character is playing out. Like the way the voice actor did his part and the script, it really makes it feel like he really cares about Trace.
Wait, who's Sam?
Sam's his older brother.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it feels like there's a bond there between them.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that that was the brother's name. I really haven't follow the media on this one too much because I knew that I was actually going to buy it eventually.
Right.
So.
Well, that wasn't really a spoiler. That was actually kind of one of the first things they said about the game. That's going to be about him and his brother.
Oh yeah. No, I knew the brother existed. I just didn't know any details about the brother, other than the brother was also a thief.
Yeah.
But have you been introduced to the main bad guy yet, or do you think that's too much spoiler?
Well, here's the thing. I've been introduced to two bad guys. There's the rich asshole and there's the drug lord. Which one ends up being, the final guy? I don't know.
Wait. The rich asshole and the drug lord, wasn't that the plot to the first Uncharted?
It was and it was. The plot to the first Uncharted was the rich asshole who wanted El Dorado.
And
the mercenary working for him who wanted to sell the thing.
Yeah, the very racist mercenary.
Yeah. But now this time around, it looks like there's actually going to be two bad guys going after the same thing with our usual suspects in the middle.
Oh wow! So have you gotten any firefights yet?
Yeah, I've gotten kind of a good number of firefights, and the mechanics are more or less the same. Like they changed around some of the button mapping for I don't know what reason, but it did. Like for example, to switch shoulder views, I think it's X now rather than R3. But for the most part, a lot of the mechanics we're used to is a lot of it's still there.
Okay. How about the AI?
Oh, actually, before I get to the AI, there was one thing I noticed with the level design. With the level in Uncharted 2 where you're in the museum, they feel kind of linear to you when you're running over the rooftop. Like you go to this section and this section and this section. Yeah. And you kind of like always knew where to go.
Yeah.
This one, it feels a little bit more real in that it feels like a building was designed to be a building, not a video game level. So I had a couple moments of, well, shit, where am I supposed to go? But it felt like that in kind of a good way, since it kind of, for me, it put me more within the game, because it felt more real, Like, does that make sense? Like, it didn't really feel like this area was laid out to be a game level.
Do you think that it also helps that the graphics are awesome?
I mean, there's that, but what really struck me though was literally the level design. There's a couple points in the game where I just didn't know where to go. It took me a while to figure it out.
But
not in a bad way.
Okay, so you weren't too frustrated.
Right. I mean, like, imagine if you were running through the rooftops in an actual neighborhood. Like, they don't design the rooftops to be a path, right?
Yeah.
That's how it felt. Like, it didn't feel like I was running down a path.
Okay. Yeah, I do get paid this week, so, but some of the money's been pre-spent already, so I'm not sure when I'll be able to get this game, but it'll be soon, because I didn't just play through the whole 1, 2, and 3 2 months ago just so that I don't get this game.
Well, there is that other guy who's going to be getting it on Friday, I hear.
Oh my gosh! So we tried out the multiplayer?
Not yet. I'm waiting for you guys to get it, so I don't really have anything to put it on that.
Well, no, but we need somebody to try it out to let us know.
Hey man, I'd rather we all just jump in here not knowing how to swim.
Oh man! Speaking of which,
but going to you're asking me about the AI. Comparing it to 3. I'm putting it on normal right now. All these places will get on normal the first time.
What? I said hard. What is this?
Man, I'm not gonna go through hard just yet, but yeah, with the AI, it's okay. Like we discussed before, the partner AI will actually draw fire to itself.
Okay.
It still does some stupid things, like if if you're hiding behind cover and you pop out of cover to aim at some guys, they'll sometimes run in front of you.
Is there?
But as far as
can you kill him?
no, I mean, no, there's no friendly fire. It just gets a little bit annoying, though. Now, when it comes to the enemy AI, it's really a lot like Uncharted 3. Like they will try to flank you occasionally. Like they're not complete retards and you can take cover. But yeah, it's a lot like Uncharted 3.
Okay, not too bad. Exactly what I expected.
I'm not really complaining about that. I mean, it's kind of like one of those well, you got it more or less right earlier, so.
Right. If it's good, then don't why change it?
Right, like if it's broke, don't fix it. So they don't really need to fix that.
You know whose cameo I would wish to see in this, like maybe near the end or just some after credits scene, is visiting Elena's house is Tyson. Tyson?
Wait, who?
The guy who didn't speak English in Uncharted 2.
Oh, Tenzin. He actually does make a little bit of a cameo in the game.
No, really?
Yeah, there's this isn't too much of a spoiler, but there's a scene where Drake's sitting up in the attic of his house, and he has all these little trinkets from the previous games in there. Like he has some of the coins from Uncharted 1, and from Uncharted 3, he has that weird clock thing that Francis Drake had to decode stuff. And for Uncharted 2, you find his journal there with a label that says Shantala, and you can pull a picture out of it, and it's him and Tenzin.
Aw, I miss Tenzin. Tenzin was one of my favorite characters.
He looks at it and says, I miss you, buddy.
Yeah, I have to admit, like, for a character whom I did not know what the heck he was speaking, it's a testament to how good that game was that I still felt attached to that character.
I mean, the thing is with Uncharted 4, as far as I've put in maybe an hour into the game so far.
Yeah.
And already, I can say just all the little things that they put in the game, it just really makes it come alive.
I mean, I've heard it described as it fits like a glove,
Yeah, like the PS1 cameo, being able to go through some of the stuff on the prior Uncharted games. Like it really makes it feel alive, not just it doesn't feel flat.
It looks like, it feels like the Naughty Dog, presented you with a gift that wasn't from the Dollar Tree.
Right.
It's not just a new iteration, but it's an improvement.
Right.
Yeah, no, you're making me want to just go into debt and buy this game, but oh man, I got a tournament tonight, so I gotta practice a little bit, but man. So any final words on Uncharted? I'm sure we're gonna get an update on it later.
Final words on what I have so far is if you have a PS4, you literally have no reason to not have this game.
All right. Okay.
Like even if you got a PS4 and you got a backlog, you gotta bump this game all the way up to the top.
Over Doom.
Over Doom, yeah. Definitely over Doom.
Because that's the other one on my list right now. It's Doom and this one.
Because here's the thing that I've noticed, like I've always seen with exclusive games, like they really make that particular console shine. And Uncharted 4 is like, it really, it really makes the PS4 worth getting.
That sounds good. Sounds super good. All right. Well, we'll table Uncharted for the time being until you finish playing the game and give us your full review.
All right.
What else is in your gaming life? Anything else? Gaming news? Anything that you found interesting?
As far as gaming related, the only other thing I only other thing that's caught my attention is the remaster of Valkyria Chronicles. I still don't know if I'm going to get it or not, only because I have the PS3 version. But if you haven't picked it up and you like, you're into games like Final Fantasy Tactics and stuff like that, it's definitely a must-own. It's got a great plot set in it's kind of, I guess you can describe it as an alternate 1930s. Like the tech level, the civilization level is around 1930s. And it's an interesting blend of third-person shooter and turn-based strategy.
Ooh.
Like, the way the game works is, you have your map. You can select each individual unit, but instead of saying, unit, go here, and then, go into a menu and then selecting attack and then picking the guy next to him, you take direct control of the character third-person style. So you have this meter on the bottom that's how much you can move around.
Mm-hmm.
So you can actually manually move the character around in and out of cover, and then bring up your targeting reticle. You can either aim for the guy's head, go for body shots, throw a grenade at the guy. And if you take him out of a sniper, when you're aiming, you either go into the sniper scope and taking the guy out that way. It was definitely one of the more underrated games on PS3, but now that it's out on PS4, if you didn't get it the first go, pick it up this time around. And it's $30, so $30 retail. I checked it with my Amazon Prime account. With Prime, it's like $26.
Nice.
So, that's another one.
Oh, the other one on my list is Bloodborne, because it's made by the same guys who made Dark Souls, so you're just going to get your ass whooped over and over and over again, and it's dropped down to $20 on Amazon.
Dark Souls is a game that's basically known for just being hard as hell.
Yeah, the Prepare to Die edition and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So they took what they learned from Dark Souls, and then they took what they learned from I forgot what the other game was, and they combined it into this game called Bloodborne, which is a very old Gothic type scenery where you go to this random Gothic town that has monsters in it, and it's when nighttime happens, you play a monster hunter basically type thing.
Right.
But it's freaking hard, and they specifically designed it so that your guard is worth crap. Like when you press the button to block, it's really worth crap. They designed it so that you're supposed to do more dodging than blocking.
Speaking of Doom and speaking of stupidly hard difficulties, did you hear about the mode in Doom that even the developers couldn't beat?
What?
Yeah, there's literally a mode in there. I don't know what it is, or rather, I don't remember what it is. But it was literally too hard for the developers to beat.
One of those I am a weenie mode.
I don't know what it was. If it's like survival mode or something, but I just heard they got a mode that was stupidly hard. Oh, and I did hear this. You're gonna love this one. The difficulty titles, they brought it back. Yes. There's Hurt Me Plenty, Ultra Violence, yeah.
Okay. Nightmare. So it was Nightmare that they couldn't beat?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe it was Nightmare.
Because you had to unlock Nightmare in the later ones, right? Like it didn't appear in...
I don't remember. I think it just depended on what version you got, but holy crap. I remember playing just the first level of Inferno on Nightmare setting, and that wasn't happening.
Yeah. Nope. I liked Doom 1 and Doom 2. I didn't like how tight the corridors were with Doom 3. And this Doom, it looks like they're doing the corridors thing again. So I didn't know if I was going to be that into it yet.
Well, I'm still holding judging by the view he had, the stance he took the last time was, we'll wait for the game to come out. We'll give it a fair hearing and see how it turns out.
All right. And on my end, video game wise, I'm still playing Street Fighter. Questioning a couple weeks ago, questioning if it was really worth the pursuit to, be the world warrior that I want to be and try to beat people. And
hey, there's nothing wrong with being the local boss.
It sucks that the local tournament I play in has world ranked players, so kind of can't.
Oh, well, I don't know what to tell you there.
Chris Tatarian and Julio are ranked top, at least in top 8 for the Capcom Pro Tour. So, and they play Wednesday nights. So, I feel like a chump though, because I know that Chris Tatarian's also a full-time college student in biochemistry. So he has to get his degree, and he's also a frat boy. So he has to do his frat stuff and still play Street Fighter at esports level. It's pretty nuts.
That's insane, nuts.
And I believe he's trying to maintain.
He's gotta make up that time somewhere. He's gotta only be taking like half full classes or something.
I just know that he has. I think he said that he only has Tuesdays and Thursdays to really dedicate to the game, and then Wednesday night. Everything else is pretty much frat boy and school. So I don't know. He's a super nice guy though. I gotta admit, I've met him a couple times already.
That's cool.
Yeah, he plays a Ken, like a stupidly good Ken. So.
Oh, by the way, speaking of fighting games, I don't know if have you heard of a YouTuber who goes by the name Event Status?
Event Status? No. What about him?
Yeah, you should check him out because he does alternating videos. Like he'll do one day he'll do one on sports, and the other day he'll do one on video games. But he does a lot of videos regarding the fighting game community.
All right. Event Status. I'll check him out.
He talks a lot about Street Fighter, about people in the community, about people in the community that piss them off.
Oh, that's actually some news that you gotta that I don't know if they're gonna fix or not. But so it was recently released that there's an 8-frame delay in the PS4 version than the PC version. So
I heard something about delay, but 8 frames, that's kind of a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, seeing as some moves are only 3 frames, yeah. So hold on, let me bring this up.
Yeah, I heard something about delay, but I didn't know it was that bad.
Let's see, PS4. Let's see. So 7.3. Sorry. It's a 7.3 frame input lag on the PS4, so it's even worse. I don't think they can fix it.
Oh, jeez.
Unless they were able to compress it somehow. So there's a 8/60th of a second between the time you press a button and when your character actually reacts.
Oh wow, that's gonna throw some people's games off.
Yeah, which is weird because so.
Is this in general or just for like a particular character?
In general.
Oh jeez.
So that explains why, like, trying to react to things when I'm playing the PS4 version to do like long combo strings and practice at home, it's like impossible. But yeah, you just have to know, as you're playing, you just have to know that person's going to do that move instead of like, you play a person long enough, you figure out they have certain patterns, and so you have to you basically have to press a button thinking that person's going to pull that move off instead of seeing that first frame of that move to start and then reacting to it.
Right.
It's I don't know.
Do you think this is a glitch or a feature? Like, did they do this just to kind of change things up a little bit, or to make it more accommodating to casuals, or did they screw up?
It's yeah, I think they screwed up. I think that they
Okay.
programmed the input incorrectly on the PS4 version, and they need to patch it if they can figure out a way to patch it. So it's ticking people off, especially since I play in the PS4 version, but all the tournaments are run. Most of the tournaments are run in the PC version. So
I was gonna stall your game off because your timing's gonna be wrong.
yeah, I was.
That's another reason why I haven't bought the game yet. There's still too many things to work out before I personally can justify the purchase.
It is, yeah. So it is. I'm hoping to see what happens with this because it kind of explains a few things that I've experienced. Because the tournaments I play on Wednesdays are all on PC, but at home I have a PS4, so it explains a few things. But
Right.
well, whatever. Just
Now, what causes input lag like that? Like,
input
what
lag.
causes that on like the coding side of things?
It is the coding side of things though. In this case, the button, the controller sends the same signal. Easy peasy. It's how the signal is translated once it gets to the PS4.
So just for whatever reason, the code for the PS4 is less efficient?
Yeah.
Or just because the PC has more processing power?
It's gonna be. I think it's a little bit of both, but more effectively, the PS4 might be less efficient the way it was coded.
Okay.
So, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, if I get to the point where you can get to the point where you don't worry about it because you're just there's a thing in the fighting community called block stringing, where the person who's attacking you has a certain series of moves that there's really no opening for the person blocking until until the end. I mean, so if you're block stringing, then you don't have to worry about someone reacting to you with 8 frames or the other way around.
So I mean, on the other hand, though, it still detracts from the overall experience of the game. Like you're having to adjust your style to the flaws in the game.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not saying they shouldn't fix it, but they should definitely try to fix it the best they can.
Right.
So.
Well, I mean, I haven't written Street Fighter V off, but I'm giving Capcom time to polish it up. So.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I've already. I'm trying to see if it really affects me, especially with me switching to a new character.
Right.
So, yeah, that's the other news, listeners. That I've left Ryu for a little bit and jumped into a new Street Fighter V character named Nakali.
You're using the Indian dude.
Yeah, I thought he was South American.
I just know he's like Native American or something.
But yeah, no, he's he I think he hails from northern South America.
If you come from like the Aztec area, whenever you win with him, it should be like the guy from Next Friday. It's like Aztec Warrior.
Wow. Yeah, I think he does come from that area. He's supposed to be the living embodiment of warrior spirit.
Yeah, something like that.
The beatdown spirit, basically. And
isn't he looking for Ryu or Akuma or something like that?
Yeah, he's looking for someone strong to literally consume.
Yeah.
In his stomach. He makes reference to that. And the interesting thing about him, the way you play him and the way his movesets are, it's like the equivalent of mixing Gouken with Boxer.
Okay, that's kind of interesting since Gouken was more defensive, wasn't he?
Yeah. So he has some Gouken moves. I mean, he definitely doesn't have a projectile, but he's also got a charge Boxer move where you hold back and then you can lunge forward.
Right.
But he's also got some interesting like um, Goken's anti-air, like when you do crouch and then hard punch, where he throws his
Right.
hands up. It's the same move in this guy. And this guy also has like a stomping move, and he has like a stomp move that what's her name used to have. Shoot, the one with electric gloves.
Oh, Sea Viper.
Yeah, so he has a Sea Viper type of stomp move as well. Which the best part about Nikali is if he defends enough or he loses enough life, his critical meter builds up, and then he can activate it, and he goes into Super Saiyan mode. He just his hair goes up, and all his moves are slightly faster, and he's slightly faster, and all his moves are slightly stronger, and some moves even hit twice. He just goes into like a activated Super Saiyan mode, for lack of a better term.
It's better than freaking Guild Super or freaking Resurrection Super.
Yeah, no, we're not going to talk about that yet. Though they're still saying that he should make an appearance in the game. I tried Guile for a little bit, and
he's out now.
Yeah, he's out now, and I just couldn't make him work. The first Guile appearance, I believe, was actually last weekend watching the DreamHack tournament over in Austin, Texas, and a guy who was playing Charlie, he had a tough time in the first round, so he switched over to Guile in the second round, and people went, "Oh, he still got his ass beat, but still."
Let me ask this one then: was it you couldn't make Guile work because of the lag input, or because they changed them up too?
I just never was a good Guile player. I mean, I knew his standards, but he in this one he has so many projectile options now. It isn't just
he has more than just a sonic boom now.
Well, he has one that's like he can do a vertical sonic boom that stays in place. So,
wow.
For a little bit, so it's like you put like an energy shield basically, and then you can do a second. You can press a button, and he does a sonic boom right behind it and launches both as like a double sonic boom forward. So he has that.
You can really use it as like area denial or block the other guy.
Oh yeah. They're saying that there's a term for it where you're kind of boxing people out and zoning. They're saying zoning is back in Street Fighter V because Guile's got zoning skills, and he's got all his old movesets, so air throw, his reverse throw, his upside down kick, whatever that was. He's got regular sonic booms. He's got his flash kick.
But is the flash kick the same as how it was in 4, or is it more like Charlie's flash kick in Alpha that actually has some like horizontal range?
It's the same as 4. Charlie here, Charlie's flash kick here has the horizontal range. So they kept that with Charlie. Giles is more traditional, but Guile also has his super where it's like he's got that super spinning disc that's in place. Remember that one?
No, the Sonic Hurricane.
Yeah, Sonic Hurricane. So that's here. And I mean, since you don't get to choose your super this time around, you get access to everything, right? And my personal favorite is he has the critical art, with his red meter, and he can use that to charge his hands, and then he can just do you do the sonic boom motion, and then how many times you tap the punch button after you do the sonic boom motion, he'll do that many sonic booms. I think up to like 7.
Gee, well, that's kind of like one of Charlie's supers in Alpha, where he does like this chain of sonic booms.
Yeah, but this one you can control it, so you can maybe just do 3 and then 3, or 1, 2, and 4. Like you can control the spacing, which really sucks. There's really not.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's really not much the other person can do other than block it and then just try to figure out if you're going to be holding on to those, because he can't hold on to it too long, because once he activates the red meter, the red meter starts going down no matter what. And then for every sonic boom he launches, the red meter goes down a chunk. So if you launch sonic booms immediately, you can get about 7 out. 7 out. Or you can hold on to it and just kind of use it as a threat as the meter is going down, saying, "Hey,
right.
I can still do this." He's got more options now. I just can't handle all those options, truthfully.
So do you think he's going to be OP or no?
No, I don't think he's going to be OP. I think he's just in the hands of a good person, he can be really annoying and decently good, but no one has been confident enough to bring out their guile in tournaments as of yet. I mean, he's only been out, 2 weeks? So.
Don't like that. So people are still learning,
yeah.
Okay.
That one video I linked you by Infiltration. I mean, Infiltration is the #1 ranked player in the world right now, and he plays Nash. So when Guile came out, it was pretty easy for him to start learning like the straight bullshit combos that can take down like 50% of a person's life. And it's like, oh, you're caught. Yeah, you just got to stand there. Wait, just wait, because he's just kicking your ass right now.
That just reminded me of some of the big kids who used to watch when we were kids on the Super Nintendo.
Oh.
And just some of like the freaking Guile bullshit they do.
Oh, that's the thing, right? I started playing him on the Super Street Fighter, the Street Fighter 2 Turbo tournament that I play as well on Wednesday nights. Because he's such a dick. He's such a dick character in Street Fighter 2.
Oh yeah, especially because you get thrown with him and just freaking you just let the other guy keep doing his thing. It's like, okay, block, opening, boom, block, opening, flash kick. Or if you want to be a real ass, you just keep on doing sonic booms across the screen.
Oh my gosh! So it's really like there's some people that play in the 2. I don't think I'll ever win the 2 Turbo tournament because the people that run it are also players, and they're like their Street Fighter 2 Turbo skills with Honda and Dalsim are like impossible. You can't beat them.
Are these the guys that started playing under the first iteration of Street Fighter 2 on SNES and just never stopped?
No, they just bought they bought a Capcom arcade system, and they've had it for like 10 years, and like.
Oh my God, the arcade cabinet.
Yeah, but it wasn't a cabinet. This thing looks like a PC 386 that you just bring, and it's plugged into a CRT TV, like.
I'm not sure what they got is like the motherboard.
Yeah, they got the motherboard, and it works with our sticks, which is pretty cool. So,
Right.
they're good, and they're very nice people. So one's going to be a court stenographer.
I would fall asleep at that job.
So, but anyways, this.
If you mention court stenographer, I bet you that's why he's good at Street Fighter. Because you gotta be fast with your fingers to do that job.
He is arguably, I would argue that right now he is probably ranked the number 4 best Dalsim player in the world in Street Fighter 5. And he's probably the best in the world for Street Fighter 2 now that everyone else kind of doesn't play it. His Dawson's pretty good. I mean, he's not as good as Filipino Champ because Filipino Champ is godly with Dawson.
Right.
But there's this other chick that's actually rising up in the ranks in Dawson players, and her name is Guilty, Glty in her handle, anyways. And she's, speaking of good, she's good as well. And yeah, Dawson's a dick character in this game in SF5 because he can
even more so than normally.
Well, he has his teleport, and he can jump up and he can float. Kind of like remember Princess Peach in Mario Brothers 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dawson has that move in Street Fighter 5.
What?
So it's why did they need that? He just jumps up in the air and just like, I'm up here for a couple seconds. So,
Well, I guess they aim for the same reason why they need a guy to have like hella options now.
oh yeah, Guile's got hell options. Ryu's still Ryu, and Nakali is my boxer equivalent until Balrog gets released. Hopefully at the end of next month is the rumor.
Oh, so he's confirmed to be in the game.
Yeah, they found a sound file on the PC version, so you hear the announcers say Balrog.
Oh, okay.
So he's in the game. There's no question. I'm waiting for him and that Korean chick. She's gonna be interesting. She's still in the game too.
Is a P-Viper still in the game?
Not. There's no rumor of that right now. So I don't know. I mean, with the way the video game industry is now with their DLC and how Capcom promises to not release a tournament edition.
Yeah, that's full of crap. I don't believe that for a second.
Yeah, they're like, we're not going to release 5 different editions this time around. We're just going to release DLCs, and you pay what you want.
Yeah.
So, but all right. Anyways, I think this episode's getting long in the tooth. Any last words?
Last words? No, I just, play what you like. Don't be a fanboy.
And from my end, don't get discouraged if you have to, stop playing for a little bit and go back into the lab and relearn your crap. Anyways,
Right.
For Boxer, for Dictator, everyone else, signing out. Peace.